As usual, we're staying in the 09 underscore dimensioning.dwg file. And what we're going to look at this time is what they call continuous or continue dimensions in AutoCAD. Now, if I just zoom out, we're staying in the same office view, by the way, you'll notice, but I'm going to zoom out first. And I'm just going to zoom out. Can you look here? Can you see all these dimensions all line up nice and neatly? Those are known as continue or continuous dimensions in AutoCAD. And what they allow you to do is obviously space things equally, like window openings, door openings, and you can space off of grid lines. Now I'm going to go back to the office view, so I'll click on top here, custom model views, and go to the office view. Takes me straight there rather than messing around zooming in and out. And I'm just going to pan upwards a little bit. Now you can see the dimensions that we spaced previously. So there's the 1140, the 2360, and the 2890. I'm going to place a group of continuous dimensions going from this grid line, the intersection there on the wall, to this center line, and then to this line here, and then over to this grid line here. Now I need to use object snaps to do this. It's very important that you utilize object snaps when you're placing continuous dimensions. It's very quick and easy to do. Again, make sure though you're on the right layer, right dimension style, and so on. Make sure your object snaps are on as well. Now I'm going to go to the Annotate tab on the ribbon, into the Dimensions panel, and again it's that good old linear command. So linear dimension, and I'm going to go from the intersection just there of the grid line and the wall, like so, and then the second extension line origin is going to be that end point of that center line there where we split the offices way back in previous videos. And there's our dimension there. Now I want you to place it reasonably close to the wall there, about there, and click. Now, because we've placed that first dimension, when we use the continue dimension command, it will automatically pick up on this dimension here. So as soon as you place one dimension, you go up to the dimensions panel here, click on this little fly out here, and you've got continue or baseline. We'll look at baseline in a minute. Let's go to continue. And can you see it automatically picks up on the last dimension you placed? Now, if it doesn't, all you've got to do, can you see there, you've got a select on the command line. Just right click and you can select, if you see what I mean. Select it there and then you go and pick on the extension line you want to go from, and you go from that extension line. Now I'm going to go here to that intersection just there using my object snaps, and then last but not least I'm going to go to this intersection of the two grid lines there. Now zoom in nice and tight, pan up a little bit, make sure you get the intersection snap, the right one, and click there. And then if I zoom out, can you see it's still prompting me for more continuous dimensions? So I press enter once, then it will prompt me to go and do a continued dimension somewhere else on the drawing. I don't want to do that either, so I press enter again. So remember that it's enter once to finish the continued dimension you've just done, enter again to close out the command completely. So I've placed 3 continuous dimensions there. Now those dimensions are just dimensions. I can select the 2625 and I can delete that like so. I'll just undo that and bring it back. And the whole idea is it just allows you to place that continuous string of dimensions utilizing object snaps rather than having to go back to the linear dimension command each time and then snap, snap, place, and so on. It lines them all in neat and tidily for you. It's a really, really cool setup. So make sure you utilize continue dimension on a regular basis.